Yo, welcome in everybody. What's going on, Small Grindy? Slavian, what is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome in. Let me get this out right quick. Couple quick things. I'm finishing up the poll. What else should we put over here? What else should we put? Zerk, what's going on? Zerk SS, I think. What's going on? Shane Pork, what's up? Jiu-Jitsu, welcome in. Okay, so the poll for the next build. Got a few in here. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something. What else are we gonna do here? Haven't done. Let's go with that. Haven't done that one in a while. What? You used to be able to put 5 options in the polls, I thought. Now you can only do 4? Come on, YouTube. I'm just going to see what people put. We're going to put the poll in. We're putting this poll just into YouTube, so unfortunately, Twitch, unfortunately, we don't have that technology yet to do the poll across both things. So, see what y'all think on YouTube. We'll just pop it up there and hit the like button. And if you're in the market for a pre-built PC, check out PC Bros also. Perfect Blade, welcome in. Yo, Barbosa. Armageddon Druid. Oh, I don't know about that one. I played you know, kind of Fire Druid stuff before. Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. But, I don't know. Never know. And this poll isn't necessarily end-all be-all, but like, yeah, if it's like overwhelming, 85%, I'll vote for one build, I'd be like, oh, well, you know? Viewers know what they want to watch, I guess, right? But yeah, welcome in. Fine Monday morning. Hopefully y'all are having a great start to your week, of course. And this is going to be a great start for me finding Tyrell's Might right now. Going to be just great. No good terror zones today, so it just is what it is. Well, I mean, there was cows here, but is it still cows right now? Actually, yeah, it is cows, but this build... not a cower, so not a cower. There you go, got her. Looks like we got pretty much all of them. No mosaics, says Thomas. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that one, I guess, huh? Any ideas when the next ladder will be? I don't know, month or two. Not really. I don't really look into it. Blade says, Phil gonna cook with his items this stream. Hopefully, we get some good stuff. Yeah, sorry. I don't know how to read Russian. You said hello, everybody. Welcome in there. I'm not really sure how to read that. So, Beer Productions, welcome in. Armageddon with Phoenix. I guess I will be honest. Anytime I played any of the Fire Druids, I didn't have Phoenix at the time. So, that is a true story. And I would really like, I mean, I guess I have, I have too much gold I should drop off. Gotta remember that. Raven lore, I got a Raven lore. I don't have a really great flickering flame base, but I'm not sure that's gonna necessarily matter with a Raven lore, you know, so. Relative, I don't know if there's a huge difference either way. I've heard some people say Raven lore is actually better even, no matter what, so. Dillionaire, long time no see. Holy smokes, coming in hot too. Dillionaire, my goodness, dude. My goodness. It always does leave me speechless, kind of, sort of. The incredible generosity. Really, all I can do is thank you so much. You absolute legendary slayer. If you were lucky enough to get gifted a membership from Dillionaire, make sure you say thank you so much. Very kind of him. And make sure you hit some emotes in the chat to celebrate the momentous occasion Pork knows what's up. There you go. Hitting some of the legend emotes. A great option for an emote to spam right now for that. Great option. Guess that's it down here. Pipe. Here we'll go with technically this was for a different occasion, but it fits anyways. Billionaire cat. We go with the kitten on the motorcycle. Ooh. George says absolutely none of those builds. Well, you know, I mean, there were just some that I was thinking of. Thomas's Trapsin is awesome. Yeah, I haven't done one. And actually, I think maybe the last time I did a Trapsin, I think that was when I found my Zod rune like 2 years ago. So, yeah. Babok says he can never do enough damage with the Trapsin, huh? Well, I'm probably going to do, I don't know. I haven't done self-wheeled Infinity Trapsin. I could go Crescent Moon if I wanted to do it a little bit differently that way. And that way I can telly still a little bit with having a Spirit on the offhand. So... Didn't drop gold off, did I? Good job, Bill. Oh, there we are. Good old Spectral Shard, legendary. Can Frost Nova be decently viable? Asked Dillionaire. It can. The last time I used it, I was rocking it like Players 3 difficulty, and it works okay. It honestly, with Thunder Charms and the way everything can kill everything nowadays, I think I was using it prior to Thunder Charms even. It was kind of just a little bit worse Nova Sorceress to be perfectly frank. You know, but yeah, it's a little interesting, different. Before I had to rock it only in like Ancient Tunnels, Stony Tombs. I think Arachnid's Lair is no cold immune, so I think I used it a lot there just to be different at the time. I think they had just added in that Terror Zone, so or not Terror Zone, but as an 85 area at the time, so it was a while back. It might, I don't know, maybe it could be even a little bit better now. I don't know. Mosaic when? Long time. Inferno Sork. I tried. So Thomas, I tried using Inferno Sork for like Andy farming because technically you could just telestomp. She runs straight at you and you just like blast away. And I was like, boy, I can't justify doing this. Even like fully maxed out, like with as much like minus enemy fire res, because she already has really low. So actually you don't need as much minus enemy fire res for if you're specifically going after Andy, right? After having Infinity Conviction and then like a Phoenix Shield. I think that's all you really need, and she's like max minus. But yeah, it just doesn't do enough damage. You know, it just doesn't. It's just not good enough. Never played Trap Assassin, Kai says, but usually don't like more passive playstyles. Yeah, I get you. That's what I usually don't play Assassin, but I like to switch up and do things that I don't normally do to maybe, you know, who knows, over the last 2 years, maybe I changed my mind, you know, like maybe self-wielding Infinity, because I think the last time I played it, the self-wield Infinity wasn't a thing because the minus enemy lightning res working for minions technically wasn't working correctly still. So I'm going to try that and maybe a Crescent, you know. I think I was just Heart of the Oak Spirit back then, you know, because minus res wasn't working for traps. But yeah, I just like trying different things and trying things again. You know, I could always go like I put on there on the poll, Fist of the Heavens Paladin. I could try doing that again. So, or I mean, I actually like that build a lot. I mean, try is not the right word there, but play that again, I should say. So, gold for Denmark at the Olympics. Congrats, Pork. I'm assuming that's your home turf there. Bet I'm rich enough to try Bear Sork. I don't think I am on offline single player here. Grindy. Don't think I am. I forget. You need dual dream, right? I probably have everything. I don't have any dreams though. Let me Google machine what you need for that actually. It's some high runes, and yeah, so it is Io Jaw Pull. No, yeah, I don't think I have 2 Jaws at the time at this point. Is this the right one? Yeah, 15 Holy Shock. I think that's usually how it goes. So, Mary, what's going on? Welcome in. Self-wheeled Trapson is a mess. Just stick with Crescent Moon Spirit. Gotcha. Interesting. Good to know. That crossed my mind. Wasn't sure though. So you're just teleport frames are just too bad without having a spirit shield on, I'm guessing, to get wherever you want to go. That's my guess anyways. That crossed my mind. I was like, how am I going to get to any... Oh my god, I can't remember to go to the cube, so I'm just going to... Or the stash, I'm going to do it right now. I was kind of thinking that, so... Yeah, Fear. I'm going to be honest, yeah, I was watching Llama's... I watched a little bit here and there. You know, I jump into some people's streams and just kind of lurk for a second here and there sometimes. And he was playing the Mosaic, and it's like, I can't really stay in his stream very long because literally I'm like watching it and I'm like... Every time he attacks, you know. I was like, man, I can't watch this. It's too bright. Like... Mustang says lightning trap's his favorite build, so yeah, a lot of different opinions on that one. So, oh geez, getting a little behind here. My apologies. Slough says legit looks forward to these streams. Glad you enjoy them. It'd really stink if you were here every day watching them and you hated them. That'd be real unfortunate. Yeah, and I watch every day and I hate these streams. I'm just messing around, but yeah, glad you like the stream, Slough. Chris, welcome in. Tyler saying big thanks, Dillionaire, for the gifted membership, along with a lot of other people thanking you. YOLO with a whirlwind. That crossed my mind too, but I didn't. I don't know. I did whirlwind for one of the ladder resets not long ago, and I'm doing, I don't know. Throw barb I haven't done for a long time. It's been like 1.5 or 2 years since I did throw barb, so I found an ethereal war shriek lately, which can, some people like throwing that on with a lacerator. So third of the way to Enigma. Good luck, J Dub. Hopefully you get that. Mark Making, welcome in up there as well. Mary saying the teleport frame's not worth the trade-off for self-wheeled infinity on the Trapson. Yeah, I could definitely see that being the case. I'll probably test it out, try it out just because, you know. But I probably think that's gonna be a correct, you know, I think you're right. Sage Necro. Took me a second to realize that was 2 different words there. Good old Phil reading stuff, but says that's D3, D4 type stuff. Mosaic, that is, needs to be removed. Yeah, that's kind of my take too, but it's kind of the minority there. A lot of people love Mosaic because they like just having to they like just running around the game just nuking everything with you know, no real effort or strategy or anything, just like boom, 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 you know, just melting everything. And just with like budget gear too, you don't have to have it's not expensive or anything, you know. Because yeah, it's one thing when you have like 1 full year of farming gear worth of gear and you're like nuking the game, but when you have like 4 days of gear and you're like nuking the whole game, 4 days of farming worth of gear and you're nuking the whole game, it's like but yeah, anyway. I wonder why that exclamation sponsor didn't work, but appreciate you, Chris. Oh wait, it came in just before and I probably have it set on a cooldown so that it doesn't pop up right again. But yeah, Anyone here, make sure you check out, if you're in the market for a premium PC Bros. Link in the description. Absolute amazing dudes. They're probably know them as the Toasty Bros on YouTube. If you ever were building a PC and some of their videos popped up, they got their own pre-built PC company now that they started up. Support small business and all that good stuff, and get a little discount on your PC if you use my code and go through the link in the description there on YouTube or through the Nightbot. Mega thanks for them for supporting the stream, by the way. Sponsoring the stream. Kaboom. What do we got around here? Titan Quest 2 says looks solid, says Bates. Titan Quest 2. Titan Quest sounds familiar, but I've never played it. A lot of you guys know I don't venture around too much. Guess I'm a boring just D2 guy, right? Just blast D2 all the time. I'm tempted. I don't know for sure. I was thinking about streaming the D4 tomorrow, but I'm not sure. Not sure. Because I haven't looked into, like, anything at all. Like, I don't even know what changes are done or anything. I know they did some itemization stuff, but I don't even really know what, to be perfectly honest. I'd be really just, like, YOLOing in here. But we'll see. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Just got 2/3 of Enigma. Oh, nice, man. Congrats on bumping that up a little bit there. M-Chu. Oh, yeah, M-Chu. M-Chu. Forget which one that goes, but haven't been able to catch you live. Yeah, no problem, man. Welcome in. No, I have not found Tyrell's Might yet, though. But yeah. Mary saying Mosaic's fine, but the 2 claws shouldn't stack. Yeah, it probably. I'm not 100% sure. Great on balancing. I just know that if the game was better without Mosaic, so overall, like when you have to like play online, and you're like, okay, well, there's like 4 Mosaics in this Mosaic Assassins in this game, so I might as well just leave because you know, if you're like man, I just remember hosting games when it first came out, and there'd be like 3 of them in the game. And, you know, I started ladder with, like, some sorceress, you know. I got, like, Crescent Moon and, like, a Spirit Shield, and you can't even, like, remotely keep up with a completely mega budget Mosaic Assassin. There's, like, 3 of them just, like, sprinting through the Cast Sanctuary, and I can barely teleport to keep up with them. Like, oh my gosh, I can't kill anything. There's, like, Hammerdins, like, attempting to keep up with the Mosaic Assassins on, like, the 2nd day of ladder and can't. Like, oh boy. Oh boy. Galbeck, yo! Welcome in. Man, look at all those. Apparently all my mods have to start with the letter G, huh? G-Stacks, Galback, Grindy. If your name doesn't start with the letter G, do not apply. Sloth saying D2 best game ever. No need for another game. Am I right? Yeah. I kind of mentioned it before. If there was a game that came out that was like a game that I kind of already have knowledge on, or it's like a series, like if they came out with a new Elder Scrolls game that was like a legit like single player Elder Scrolls, just like the other ones, not some like monthly fee, you know, type of thing, I would totally play that. But you know. Jeer, welcome for the 2 months of Slayership. Thank you so much. Jeep slaying. Don't like Jeeps, huh? No, I get you. They always take the sides off the canvas, and no, I get you. Doesn't like Jeeps. I'm just joking. Autocorrect gotcha. Thank you so much for the Slayership. What are the weapons? Grief, and I actually have a 5-isted Rune Master. Shush. Yes. So Rune Master has cannot be frozen on it, and then you can 5-ist it to get 150 magic find. So really, it's like an Alibaba. I think it has just a couple of magic find lower than Alibaba. I kind of forget, but it's like an Alibaba with cannot be frozen on it. Flail, Thresher. Does that ever happen to anyone else where you see items like this together, and when you look super quick, your brain like transposes the unique color onto the item that you looked at first? Because my eyes see Thresher and I think Thresher, but I see the uniqueness and it just transposes it over onto the item for a second in my brain. And I'm like, ooh, Reaper oh no, it's not. Maybe it's just me. Oh, I didn't notice G-Stacks up here. Says, hello, boring streamer. Thank you for the boring content. I've watched for 3 years straight. Thank you for boring content. Nice. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. How funny it'd be if somebody was like, I watch you all the time, man. Really hate your streams, though. Ever been open to playing something like Elden Ring? See, I'm not like close to it, but if I played these other games, so if I play other games, I would have to come up with what I'm going to do, like content-wise, like video-wise. Because with these, I get the drop highlights, and then like whatever build I'm playing, I usually do a build guide or something like that. Or maybe I don't, but there's something I can do with it. If I play other games, I can't make Elden Ring videos on this channel. They'll just perform terribly, right? So there's, you know, there's some stuff like that that I got to take into consideration. But yeah, I'm not like close to it or anything like that, but yeah. I'm trying to catch up here a little bit. Harder to find a base for Mosaic. Yeah, from what I hear, the base literally doesn't matter. You just get any, well, not that it literally don't matter, but people just say get the claws with the, is it greater talons that have the right attack speed or whatever, the ones you want? I think it's greater claw. I'd have to runic or greater. But people say like the skills literally don't matter, because even just basic Mosaic claws in a basic build, I'm assuming a lot of people seen that one llama video where he's killing like players 2000 difficulty monsters. Yeah, it's quite, you know. But yeah, technically if you want the base to look perfect, those would be hard to find with all the right skills that'll give you like 2% more damage, which I think, from what I understand, I'm not a Mosaic expert, I just go by what I see and hear, that the skills on it like help you like 0.5% when you're already clearing like players 1000 difficulty as it is. So Miles, welcome in. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, Biv says base doesn't matter. Could you imagine the insane power of an Ogre Thresher? Now, what I always wish they need to take the Ogre Axe and allow it to have 4 sockets so I can make Infinity in it, or an Insight or something. At least Ogre Mauls, you could make a Breath of the Dying Ogre Maul, right? Tough to swallow on offline single player to do that, though, since it's kind of just for the lulls, but and by kinda I mean exactly that's what it would be for. That's the only thing it would be for. G-Stack said he's just a glutton for punishment. That's why he watches the stream, just to torture himself a little bit. Toughens up his mental fortitude. If he can watch an entire Sweet Phil stream, he can force himself to do anything. Work out for 48 straight hours. He can force himself to work 24 hours straight. If he can stay up through an entire boring Sweet Phil stream, he says. My mod, who's been a channel member for 3.5 years. If he can survive a Sweet Phil stream, he can survive anything. Nice. Are you taking build suggestions? Yeah, you can pop something in there. I just kind of threw in the first 4 that were like, that I thought might be interesting, Rob, to do. So ones that I haven't done in years, or ones that maybe I haven't. No, I think I've done them all. So just ones I haven't done in a long time, or most of them at least a year, actually. Let's, 'cause, 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 Christopher says the only thing you look for is a fast attack weapon to build charges, but it doesn't much matter. Gotcha. Look at the gold. We're getting up here, almost getting full of gold again. About gamble for some Cheerios mics. Let me get some H2O here, and yeah. A lot of small charms, kind of strange. Is that the end game meta? For this specific build, doing this specific task, yes. Essentially every other build in the entire game, you would not stack all small charms like this. You would almost always have skillers, or some melee characters you would have like max damage attack rating grand charms and stuff like that. But specifically for this build, for what I'm doing here, you do not need any extra damage of any kind. So they're all magic find small charms down here. So I have like 700 magic find. But yeah. This build is specifically made for only, you can find other stuff, but specifically for attempting to find the rarest uniques in the game. Cyberchild, welcome in, Fishy Mancer. So correct me if I'm wrong here too. I remember we were talking about it the other day, and sometimes some of the terminology that I don't use, I kind of forget what it means. I don't really say Fishy Mancer ever. Is that pretty much just a summon necro, right? It's just an endgame summon necro. I do like summon necro, and to be honest, I haven't played with it in a while, so I mean, maybe. I do like summon necro. And I always like doing things that I like to do, so makes perfect sense, right? Oh, G-Stacks, that's why you watch. You need something to help you sleep. G-Stack says, yeah, just summon corpse explosion. There you go. 700. Yeah, and that's just for this specific build. You just farm players one. You can do pits, you can do Pindle, you can do Thresh Shocket, and you just target only the champions like I'm doing. Howl away all the other monsters. Oh, something just happened. Sounds majestic over here. Oh, baby cats. Thanks for content. Thank you so much for the $10 Streamlabs donation. You legend. Supporting the stream, supporting the channel, supporting making of videos and stuff. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Legends like you are the reason I keep doing this all the time. So appreciate you. Thank you so much. Rob says, summon necro stream friendly. Yeah, summon corpse explosion necromancers, and specifically the summon one. Summon and poison anyways, that you don't really have to aim, are stream friendly. You are accurate there. Yeah, you teleport close, you kind of step back, and then you just go like this with corpse explosion until stuff starts blowing up. Yeah, true story. Pathless, yo, coming in with a $2 super chat. Oh, I haven't had a birthday wish in probably been a couple weeks. Thank you so much, Pathless, for the $2 super chat. Ooh. Saint Lucille says, yeah, mosaics for D2 people that like D4, or it's kind of like D4. Yeah, someone had that comment kind of earlier. Yak, where's the Arctic Blast Druid option? Well, oh boy, I must have just forgot it. Oopsie. Oopsie. All right. Man, YouTube far behind a little bit.
Happy birthday, Phil.
Thank you once again. Staying hydrated. What's going on? It's always good to stay hydrated, right? I should do a Conviction Zeal Paladin. Oh, Dragon Shield, Armor, Dream. Oh boy. You think I have way more high runes on single player offline than I have. Yeah, I can't do that one, unfortunately. Unless I like hero edited it in, and I don't want to do that. I don't have any dreams and I don't have any dragons, so. See, a dream I just looked up takes a jaw, right? What does a dragon take? Let me Google that real quick. Dragon takes Sir Low Soul. Oof. Yep, that's a bit expensive. 1 vote for Spirit and from Saffron. It's just grindy, right? Ooh, I do have the perfect Spirit, and I have that an ethereal Spire of Honor that I have to put a Zod in, right? And then use that for my Spirit in. It's God tier. Never know if a build's good to you until you try it yourself, right? So maybe I do need to try that out sometime. Maybe. Trash, yo, welcome in, and Wicked Ball hopping in over on Twitch as well. Welcome in, you two absolute legends. Hope you guys having a good day. Good day. Go Frost Nova Phil, that'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be different, for sure. I wonder how much better it would be. Let's see, because I didn't try it since Thunder Charms. So, the only thing is, I don't think Frost Nova would get that much better because of you get so much minus res already, and Sundering I don't think would really help you out all that much with all the minus res and stuff like that. So Infinity in a spear though. Are you talking about for the Spirit in there, Biv? Yeah, maybe. So I always pick this one up, and it always kind of like makes me chuckle. I used this one time. I started ladder with a Zealer back in the day, and I was like, man, what am I gonna find to use or whatever? And on the playthrough, I found this, and I was using it, and I even used it after I beat the game, and I was kind of just like P1 farming and stuff, and it actually was mega convenient. Like Zealing with this, a 10% chance of Frost Nova, because you just like boom, 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 we're super quick, and then Frost Nova out and freeze everything. So you have a Might Mercenary. You don't need the cold one to keep you alive because you have the Frost Novas keeping you alive. I kind of leveled with other people a little bit too, so I was in the 80s, so the max damage was kind of high there. It was just kind of, I was like surprised that it actually worked. It was actually working, like, so every time I look at it now, I'm just like, I remember when I used that, and it was actually kind of fun to use. And people are like, if you're ever in a game with other people, they're always like, what are you using? How are you casting Frost Nova all the time? Sometimes online it's fun just to use builds that are weird like that, and people are just like confused at how that's working and stuff. Sometimes. Other times it's fun just to use Nova Sorceress and, Sometimes it's fun just to go Fist of the Heavens, and you can just do Ubers and Declone and players 8 cast Sanctuary Fine and all that stuff, but oopsie. Want to grab that? Driving home from the cottage. Oh yeah, you were out on the boat, right? Out on the boat. Grindy says Thorns Pally OP. Don't take my word on it though. Yeah, I'd say probably not. Never played Thorns Valley though. Sage Necro saying the shield in that set required level 82 and it's so bad. Yeah, is that oh, Monarch of Deflecting. Half of a J mod. The other part's probably harder to get, to be honest, the 4 sockets. Let's see, the shield in that set. Is that the set that is the Tibet's Glory? Let's go Dragoon's Teaching or something. D2R. Yeah, what is this set from? Heaven's Brethren, and the pieces are... The pieces are... Why is it not telling me here? Yeah, Tibet's Glory. Ward. Oh man, those things sweet, dude. Block 30% faster block rate. Lightning res. Increase 25% block chance. Oh man. Attacker takes damage of 30. What are the partial set bonuses on this? I'm just kind of glancing here. Let me pull it over here so you guys... Sometimes if I'm looking real quick, but I'm looking just a little more than just super quick here. Partial set bonus on Heaven's Brethren. 10 life stolen for just the 2 items, right? This is what we're looking for. Cannot be frozen. 50 all res for the complete set. You got a shield, armor. Oh, that helmet. That's rough. This is no good, no bueno. I mean, it's got good defense, I guess, huh? But, yeah, well. Maybe on a playthrough, that Dragoon's Teaching is kind of neat. Are there sets in Classic? Sets in Classic. I don't think there was sets in Classic, right? I don't remember for sure. Whirlwind Sin, Cyberchild says. Yeah, I meant to... I've had some people ask about that before. I've never really taken a look at it though yet. I was thinking about doing, you know, kind of a showcase video of Whirlwind, but never got around to it. 40 all res on there. Sets would be more viable in Classic, yeah, with no uniques or runes or rune words or anything. Was there sets? I can't really remember. I don't remember for sure. There must not have been though, because with no uniques or rune words, you feel like set items would be like, yeah, actually, you know, all like you'd be using them a lot more often. But anyways, $130 on YouTube, 50 on Twitch. Just thank you guys on this wonderful Monday morning for joining me here for some Slaying. My new Smiter Pally is rocking Saigons in Act 5 normal. Oh boy, yeah. Melee characters with Saigons is just get lights out early on if you are doing a twinked playthrough, I guess they call it. Twinked. You transfer gear over like that. I've done that one time where I had full Saigons and transferred it over, and I was like barbarian, just popping everything. Just one shot everything through the whole game. In normal difficulty, I mean. Whoops. Here we go. Heart of the Oaks doesn't do much damage. So when I swing with the wrong weapon, how much am I actually doing? I'm actually doing just 1 to 24 damage, huh? Give me a quick second here. Nothing important. Oh, geez, Phil. Just trying to look at... See, that's the best way to take monsters out on this game. Just stare at your phone until something drops, right? So your mercenary kills stuff for you. Another perfect Mars? Ooh. Oh, another Mars. Is that 2 in back-to-back days, and the one yesterday was perfect? That's pretty wild. Don't really find that many Maras usually. I think it's a good one, right? 22 though? Unfortunately, yeah. Painful, I know. Offline single player problems. Offline single player problems.
I can't carry it.
Ooh. G-Stack's favorite emote, the chimpanzee. $50. No identify scrolls, but those got to be 50s, right? Grabs chest pain, yeah. Did he just chuck out at Mara's? Ugh. Yeah, it is unfortunate, but no big deal. Kind of, sort of. You don't really need 13 Maras on offline single player, right? Ooh, anti-perfect on the fire res. Gonna be a problem. Athens and Angelics were in Classic, says Sloth. It could have been. I don't really know for sure. Yeah, maybe there was just some of the sets and then they added a bunch more. It's possible. I was just trying to think back to when we did the Classic playthrough on Last Ladder, and I don't remember any set pieces, but Blood Axe has hit that like button. Yeah, appreciate you fellas. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Chromaniac, what's going on? Yeah, the Mara's 20 to 30 at 22. Pretty meh. Or were you saying 20 to 30 is on Eisenhart's set? Not sure which one of that was going to, but... Oof. It's always comical to me when you tele stomp them and your mercenary one-shots the monsters. Like, you don't even have a chance to attack. Long stretch there with no champs. Unfortunately, see, back in the day, you had to stay in a room for 5 minutes, leave, come back for transfer and stuff you're talking about, right? Yeah, that was the unfortunate part. And the number of times we probably, all of us together, like, dropped items, and then you go to come back. You know, I hate it too, because you'd be nervous that somebody would, like, find it, or the people would leave the game, you know? So you would, you know, if you saved and exited too fast, and then the game wouldn't let you join again. That was the worst. And you're like drastically just spamming your friends list, like, dude, someone go into this game and run over to the corner, just, you know, go just outside of town, outside of Charcy, and I put it over there in the corner. How difficult do you play now? Zeus, so this is just players one. This build is just a players one type of build. So the axe is it's a 5-isted rune master. since you don't have to worry about the IS breakpoints like you used to, you can kind of use any weapon over there you want. So Rune Master has cannot be frozen. So cannot be frozen, and you get 150 magic find. Cold res. All right, all right. No, dead guy. So Tyrell's Might, higher than players 1. It's kind of the whole purpose of this build. Tyrell's Might can only drop from the champions in the pits, and the champions and the bosses and what the champions and elites. I mean, they drop 1 item every time. So actually running higher players count in the pits would not raise the chance of finding Tyrell's Might at all. It would actually just, it would stay the same per monster kill, but you'd be killing monsters much slower. So my odds of finding it would be much worse, actually. Now, if I was like spam farming Terra zones, I could see the argument. I still have been getting a very mixed, you know, I can't find what I view as like reliable drop odds for super rare uniques from like standard monsters and Terra zones, because if a regular monster is level 96, it should be able to drop Tyrell's Might. But the difference between different drop odds calculators, I've seen like drastic differences for those specific type of monsters. So like they've been like the difference between like 1 in a million kills and 1 in like 3 million, like double and triple and stuff like that from different drop odds calculators. So I'm not really sure what to do, whatever. So Donut, welcome in. Jackie Anderson, also welcome in. But yeah, this is like an old school way of like trying to holy grail essentially before you before Terra zones were entered into the mix and stuff. So decide to rock it again here. Link to the gear. I got a link on the in the Twitch or on the YouTube subscription. Unfortunately, I don't have one set up on the Nightbot or through Twitch. And I think I took it down. I used to have that Diablo gear thing that people use for when they're speedrunning. Okay. Oh, wait a second. But I couldn't get it to work with my old high-level characters. It's kind of a long story, but guys, I've been looking for Nightwings of a higher percentage. This has to be a Nightwings that's not 8 or 9%. It must. It has to. Literally. Oh, wait. Winged Helm isn't the one that can be Nightwings, is it? I always do that. And then I ID it, and it's Velkwing. And then I always go, oh, yeah, I did it again. Don't worry about that, fellas. We'll just pretend that I didn't confuse those two once again. It's so what helm is it again? What helm is it again? Inspired helm, yeah. Dang it, dude. Anyways, my grief's pretty bad. Zeus, I see you asking about the grief. It's like a 357 damage. It's a below average grief roll. But I just never really felt like making another one. So. Yeah, there's some of those things I just can never remember right. Trang's armor and Alder's, always mix those up. Blackhorn's face and Endarl's visage, I always mix those up. And apparently Nightwings, and yeah. Well, it can be Nightwings. So the Spired Helm can be Nightwings, and what's the other one it can be? Storm Spire? Or no, that's a spear or something. Nightwings can be something else too. I always forget now though too. Smoke? Something smoke? Night smoke? I don't remember. Big Eddie Man saying he confuses those two. Thanks for making me feel better. Veil of Steel, there you go. Yeah. The D1 helm with light radius. Ooh, there's a god tier one. Maxim saying any grief is okay. Yeah, the difference between having a bad grief And not having a grief is so much different than having a bad grief or a good grief. Like, grief is just, yeah, just way up there on goodness level. Yeah, Veil of Steel. That's the one you don't want to see. I do need to get a better Nightwings. Because, yeah, anyone who wasn't in here the other day when I was talking about it, I've found 3 Nightwings on offline single player, and... or maybe 4. Actually, I think it was 4. Either way, 3 or 4. And one of them was 9%, and all the rest have been 8%, which is the lowest you can get. So, we're going to want to find a better one. How about some throw barb action? It's on the list. Put your vote in there, Maxim. It's the last one on the list for the vote, so yeah, throw barb was cool. The only thing with throw barb, it's kind of like this one, but even, I don't want to say worse, but even more labor intensive with the fact that you have to aim every single throw and attack like every single monster. So it's kind of, or sometimes I was pretty much rocking it just like this. I would teleport around, howl, throw down the champion, and keep moving on. I was doing that too, so. Yeah, it's very, when you take out every single monster with a throw barb, it's super not fun in my opinion. Because the last time I played it, I was having way more enjoyment, just taking out, like, I think I was taking out pretty much like champion packs. So I was like hit hammer and terror zones, but I would just I would just take out like the champion pack pretty much, because you got the pierce, it goes through all of them, you hit a ton of monsters, but man, having to try to target at every monster and they're like walking around and you're throwing and missing, and like you almost have to like telly stomp monsters, boom, and then just throw through them. Also, and yeah, we kind of talk about it once in a while. It's not very stream conducive as well, being able to read and stuff like that. So yeah, they're definitely pretty good though. Definitely pretty good. A couple years ago I was rocking one and streamed it for a little while, but yeah. Dream Paladin, yeah, we kind of talked about that, but I don't have the runes to do it, I don't think. Unless, I do have to cube up that whole page of runes. Like, maybe if I cube some of those runes up that are on my other page to, like, a jaw or something, maybe I could, but... Tony, traps in incoming. Could be. Best in slot weapons for the throw barb. Lacerator is one of them. A lot of people like the Lacerator. Is it War Shriek? I personally just like wanting the whatchamacallits to proc all the time. I was just using dual Lacerators personally, but big fan of that one. Not the Jedi. Hope you're having a good day. Doing pretty good. Hopefully you as well. Is Slayers Fantasy Football going on this year? Bane, yo, it is. Yeah. So I've been trying to set that up with kind of like minimal enthusiasm towards it. Just a couple people, Fred and Mustang, I think, or maybe it was Trash. I have to look at the messages again. So anybody, yeah, we'll shout that out one time too. Kind of a community thing I want to do every year. So this year we're gonna do a Sweetville Slayers fantasy football league. Anyone who is interested, shoot me a message on Discord just saying, hey, I'm interested. But the thing with this year is, because if you do a free league, I can play fantasy football just for fun and pay attention, and I like doing it, but if someone's losing, they just drop out and stop paying attention. We're gonna do it for a $25 fantasy league this year. So I'll be collecting the money before the season starts, obviously. But if anyone who is interested in a $25 fantasy football league on Yahoo with some fellow demon slayers, just shoot me a DM on Discord saying, hey, I'm interested in that fantasy football league. And that way I can look through my DMs anytime I want to like double check the list and be like, who said they wanted to? And I can just scroll down and be like, oh, this one, that one. So yep, just shoot me, anyone interested, shoot me that DM. We can get that taken care of. Right now there's only a few of us, so there's plenty of open spots. It is on Yahoo, yeah. Yep. I want to get minimum 10 people, but hopefully 12. But I'm not going to do like 20-person league or anything like that. So pretty much I'm going to do the first 12 people that message me, essentially. And then as soon as I get 12 people, I'll give people a few days to try to get me the money to secure their spot. And this isn't something that I'm like making any money on or anything. I'm just like hosting a fantasy football league, and well, I am going to make money on it because I'm going to win it, of course. Duh. But you know, you guys can always fight for second place and you can win a little bit of money that way too. So we'll probably do payouts first, get the large chunk. Second, we'll get like double their money or 2.5 times their money, and usually like third place gets their money back type of situation. So it's not going to be some huge money making thing either. It's just a little bit of money to keep people engaged. More just for fun, you know, whatnot. Dynasty or Keeper, definitely not doing that. Definitely not doing that. Not for something like this. If we went a couple of years with like the same exact crew rocking and rolling it, I mean, I guess I could consider it, but yeah. Every year is like 50% completely new people, so you can't really rock a Dynasty League when you have new people every year. ETA for draft day, not really, because yeah, like I said, so far it's me and 2 other people said they wanted to be in it, have sent me messages on Discord saying for sure they're going to be in it. So I'm not gonna pick a day or anything until I get enough people. And we're just gonna do online, like, you know, you can draft on your phone wherever you're at or whatever. So I'll probably set it up for like, it'll probably be a little bit earlier, because I think any of my other important drafts are gonna be probably like the day before the regular season starts or the week before. So we might do it like, you know, like in the middle of the preseason or something, just to make sure it doesn't conflict with anybody else's like other drafts or anything like that. And it'll probably be on like what would be the equivalent of a Sunday night for the United States, something like that, you know. So when most people aren't working and they aren't like currently on vacation or something, you know what I mean? I know it's probably not best for everybody, but and plus the thing is too is that I'm not necessarily going to take into account like other people like Denmark's time zone and stuff, because I mean there's probably not a lot of Denmark people that play fantasy football for American football, you know what I mean? I'm guessing there's probably some out there for sure, but probably not that many. But last place gets a printer shaming. I mean, yeah, maybe we could do something like that. $178. Okay. Anything nice today? Pulled a Mara's, but that's about it. Kind of a lowish Mara's, so. Oh, I'm catching up on some of these. I got a little distracted talking about fantasy football, getting me all excited. Casey up here a minute ago saying cube party. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that sometime. I keep saying I'm going to, and then I never do. I never do. Maxim saying he has some. They have some beast 400 enhanced damage throw weapons. Nice, dude. Yeah, I don't know that I really have any great throw weapons. I just haven't. I've been IDing some, you know, for a while, but you know how that goes. I got like a 414 enhanced damage Hydra bow, which is kind of neat, I guess, but fantasy football hype. Yeah, Saffron loves fantasy football, right? People don't follow only real football, aka soccer, Danish football. Yeah, most people from over there follow soccer, yeah, right? So I'm only, so yeah, I don't have an exclamation gear set up over there on Twitch. I got a link on the YouTube to the build guide video. If you Sweet Phil Pit-zerker, you could look up on YouTube if you wanted to check it out. But it's kind of a, if you know what a standard Pit-zerker looks like, it's pretty much that with a 5-visted Rune Master on the offhand. Whoopsie. Kick my team in the Lemrune. Gee, Stacks. You know as much about fantasy football as Saffron does. And you're supposed to be an American.
I am overburdened.
Speaking of NFL, has any of you guys, I know it's not interesting to everybody, but the new kickoff rules, it's so funny, people losing their minds because they announced that, which if you think about it, it makes sense, but they announced that you had to, like, in the games, if you're going to do an onside kick, you have to, like, announce it to the other teams that you're going to do one, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, how? But if you think about it, the way they're doing the new kickoff rules to make it so they're going to be more kick returns, you have to, because the tacklers are lining up like 30 yards ahead of the kicker. So if you're going to run onside, you have to tell people. But yeah, people on, you know, the interweb were just losing their minds about it. Yeah, Saffron says he's excused from being ignorant to fantasy football. Yeah, I mean, you foreigners, you know what I mean? One day fantasy football will take over the world, and or NFL football. Oops. Oopsie. So yeah, let's shout out one last time. Anyone who is interested in that fantasy football league I was talking about a minute ago, just make sure you join the Discord. Shoot me a message in Discord, just saying, "Hey, I'm interested in the fantasy football league," and we'll get you in there. Whoops! Heard that jewel drop while I was teleporting away. Thank you. Saffron says sign up just for the lulz. there you go. What type of draft you doing? Yeah, just a snake draft. We're not doing anything crazy about it. It'll be half PPR snake draft, 12 person, kind of a standard lineup, with the exception of no kickers, no defense. That is true. I do no kickers, no defense. Wreck and shell. Kickers win games. They shouldn't, though, in fantasy football. Finished the magic arrow. What's going on? Raced. More fun than you expected, huh? Yeah, magic arrow, huh? Sounds interesting. Glad you enjoyed it. Doesn't sound like something I'd enjoy doing, but yeah, that's the great thing about D2. So many different things you can kind of do with it. Different people enjoy different things. Ooh. Archer about to take me out.
I need a key.
Max damage. Danny Roll says, Lurker, gonna be doing your grail. Welcome in. You're welcome to lurk here anytime. Justin Tucker Swish talking about fantasy football for the win. KC says, can I do auto draft? You can, sure. As long as you pay the money, you can draft however you want to, I guess. You could draft the next person up in ADP every time. You can auto draft, which would do the same thing. You could draft Jared Goff in the first round if you really wanted to. Which, I mean, that's what I'm going to do, because, I mean, he's the GOAT. But yeah, anything you want to do. Oh, Scott, my goodness.
31 months of birthdays. Birthday cake printer.
Birthday cake printer. Thank you so much, Scott, for 31 months of Slayer ship. Appreciate you. Duke said he built his throw barb lately. Would love to see me doing one as well. Yeah, put your vote in. We'll see. It's not a for sure definitive, like whichever one wins, I'll 100% do no matter what, but it will be weighted towards my decision. I haven't looked at it yet either. It's probably, I'm almost guessing that Trapson would probably be the one that's getting the most votes. Nailed it. I knew it. Haven't done a Trapson in a long time. Pretty much anytime I say that there's a build that I haven't played in a long time because I don't really like it that much, that's the one everyone wants me to play. Pretty much how it goes. But Trapson's not too crazy. I mean, if I ran the Trapson, I'd probably just be doing a lot of the pits again, but it is what it is. 3 days, 4 hours to go. Lions preseason. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I mentioned this before too. I'm pretty excited to see what Hendon Hooker's got to do, because I remember in the preseason before he didn't look that great, but it's been enough. Like, he's been there for enough time that he needs to be like ready to go in if something happens to Goff. Or even like in the future, he needs to be like especially where we took him, being injured and sitting out a whole year, you know, he's got to be like, you know, 5th year coming in when or like, you know, in a few years when Goff isn't going to play anymore, or maybe Goff will, but who knows. But he needs to be like Jordan Love or something, you know. Love sat for like 5 years, and then he eventually is the guy now. Skooma, what's going on? Smiter Hden is your go-to. Nice, yeah, it's a good one right there. Tubby, welcome in. Wake of Inferno traps in. Yeah, fire traps in. I have not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. It's not terrible or anything. Just not my preference for sure. Not my preference. Yeah, because one of the things with, let's see, isn't it Wake of Fire? Only 2 of the Wake of Fire traps can hit a monster at the same time. So it does hit a larger area than, we'll say, like lightning traps, but because of that fact, there's like a next hit delay after 2 traps or something like that. So I kind of like the 4 lightning traps down, 1 death sentry, then pop, 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 pop. You know, then the death sentry starts corpse exploding. So Super Staples rocking a multi-shot bow is on with the wind force he found. Full clear everything, multi-shot from 2 screens away, you say, huh? Yeah, I haven't used a Boazon in a long time, but I don't know. I just always felt like they weren't like powerful enough relative to, not to mention that Amazons they have terrible teleport frames. So you're like running around all the time, and it seems like it just takes forever when farming and stuff. So that's kind of why I've always steered clear, but I haven't looked at Boazons very much in a while, so maybe that's one that I need to take a revisit on, perhaps. Smolp said they changed the Wake of Fire. So you're saying that the Wake of Fire doesn't only hit 2 monsters anymore? Like you don't only throw down 2 Wake of Fire traps? You can throw down all 4 or 5, and all the fires will hit everything all at once? They did do some of that next hit delay change stuff, so that might have been one I just overlooked or forgot or whatever. Blade Sin or a melee pally? Blade Sin. Haven't touched one of those in a super long time either. So I'm not 100% sure. Go pack, says Skooma. Not a big fan of that statement. No. Completely Swish says no elemental mosaic assassin is fun to play. More fun than Phoenix spam. I don't know that I've ever heard of somebody doing that before. Never heard of anybody doing that before. But yeah, I don't involve myself too much in the mosaic world. Huh, okay. Well, I guess I forgot about that update then, Smolps. Guess it kind of makes sense since they updated a lot of other stuff that was similar to that, so guess that kind of would make sense that got changed. Yeah, there's reason number 75 why I don't want them to change a bunch of things in Diablo 2. How can you memorize all the things the way they used to be and then remember what they changed and what they didn't change? Not this brain. 2 days in a row, says Martin, catching the stream. Nice. Nice. Druber, let me get my allergy medication real quick. I thought I took it, but maybe I forgot. Gotta take a quick bump. Please forgive me. Did I go through my gear earlier on stream? Anonymous. So it's just kind of a standard Pit-zerker essentially with there is a link in the description that goes over to kind of a build guide / showcase that I did a few years back, with the only real differences being here. I don't know if in that build guide I'm rocking dual Heart of the Oaks for teleporting on that side. And then I have a 5-isted Rune Master, but everything else is would be the same pretty much as that video. 2 jab T-strokes better than Titans. Oh boy. You do have the minus lightning res, but I don't know. A lot of times I honestly just use Titans out of laziness because they have the replenish quantity. So you don't have to go repair all the time. I usually end up having to repair anyways because the replenished quantity doesn't keep up with how fast you end up throwing from game to game. But yeah, just so lazy, and Javazon melts so ferociously no matter what, whether you have the extra minus lightning res on T-strokes or not. In the couple of extra, well, is it a couple extra skills? I don't remember. I think it ends up being the same. I forget, but I would say just go with Titans, probably my take, but I wouldn't blame you if you went with T-strokes. I don't think it's that egregious or anything. Oh, pull rune out of the chest. Let's go. It's no Lemrune. It is no Lemrune. But yeah. Ooh. Oh, there's a little increased attack speed on T-strokes too. Gotcha, yeah. Forgot about that. But there's run walk on the Titans though, right? Pull the pull rune. I see. Yeah, that's classic right there. Optimus running hybrid Java Ice Bow. Interesting one there. Okay. Too many lightning immunes in the jungle. Act 3. Yeah, that's where Act 3, I pretty much always just run / teleport through the whole place. Just get what you got to. Anytime you need to get a piece, you just kind of like run. Uh-oh, there's like dolls. Teleport to the other side of the doll pack. Keep running. Just go grab whatever, the eye or the brain or whatever. Just teleporting, grab it real quick. Town portal out. Scott saying my reaction to Lemrunes has not been sufficient lately. I'll see what I can do. I don't want to hurt myself. The other day when I called that perfect Mars, I hurt my neck. So see, I don't want that to happen. We don't want to have to, you know, be out of commission for like a week because I hurt my neck, right? No streams or videos. Nobody wants that, especially me. So I've literally had my neck hurt so bad before that I couldn't stream or make videos, so I don't want that to happen again. Don't want that to happen again. When D2R gives you lems, make a pull. I see what you did. Kind of like the lemonade thing. Yeah. Oh, DJ up here a minute ago talking about the Go Pack Go. Got to keep the rivalry strong, huh? Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be honest. After Aaron Rodgers left, even though they're still good and there is that rivalry, I really don't. I don't really care as much anymore about the rivalry or whatever. It is in conference, so it's going to be there. But Jordan Love isn't as, you know, I guess you could say charismatic. He doesn't have as much of a personality. Aaron Rodgers is kind of a tool bag. Ooh, well, Max Cold, Little Life. I mean, it's something, but I don't think I'm gonna have to do that with that. But Jordan Love just doesn't. What's the word I'm thinking of? doesn't cause you to have like the vitriol or whatever towards, you know, not vitriol. What's the word I'm thinking of? He doesn't elicit such a response. Holy Water Sprinkler. Interesting name, not as good of an item, but Decrepify on striking, yeah? The Fetid Sprinkler. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, there's one I'm super interested in seeing what happens. Because he's been kind of like his stats have been going downhill over the last few years. Then there was last year what happened and all his off-the-field shenanigans that he does all the time. I wonder how he's going to do this year. And also how that's going to affect Garrett Wilson and stuff. It'll be real interesting. Optimus saying, talking about teleporting through Act 3, I mentioned earlier, said not great at teleporting, but getting better. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I need to work on my map reading a little bit, but as for the actual running and teleporting, I'm not too shabby. Especially if you get to a relatively good frame rate breakpoint, get pretty good at it. I can even squeak through areas that have souls and stuff if I pay attention. So. Would be good for the Act 5 Mercenary if he could use him. Yeah, if it had that Decrepify proc on the Water Sprinkler on the Act 5er. Can you advise a farming strat for Enigma solo self-found? Are you talking online solo self-found or offline single player solo self-found? That will be... I can pretty much, I'll just shout out for single player. You're going to want to look up Lower Kuros farming. Lower Kuros super chest farming is going to be the most consistent and kind of like the fastest without just like absolute blind luck essentially. If you're online specifically for runes, if you can run higher players count, do it, but a lot of times people, like, if you don't have high runes, you don't have good enough gear to farm players 8 difficulty efficiently enough to make it worth it. So I get lucky with high runes a lot at Arcane just slapping down all the monsters out there. It's a pretty large area, so you don't lose time and efficiency from saving and exiting a lot. There's ghosts that actually have a higher rune drop chance than regular monsters. And there's just kind of a lot of monster packs out there, and it's a really good sized area. There's other, Chaos Sanctuary is kind of a classically known good rune farming spot, but none of those spots are going to be like super consistent. So you never know, like you could accidentally find 4 Zod runes and then you're like, cool, how am I going to make Enigma here? Trav, I hate to say it, but Trav is, I know statistically the numbers, it's one of the better spots, even though I've had bad luck there. So, but none of them are going to be fast. Even Lower Kuros to make Enigma is going to take you like 60 hours. And that's with like average luck. You could have bad luck. And that's like 60 hours of spamming it. Like having a good map, player 7 difficulty, doing like 20-second, 30-second runs at most. So. Saffron saying Act 5 could really benefit from axes and maces. Yeah, it'd be kind of neat. I feel like... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Best character for players 8 difficulty? I mean... Fully decked... It's going to be... I don't know about picking for sure. It's going to be like... Hammered in... Fully decked out Nova Sorceress or Mosaic, like whichever one you want to say is going to be the fastest, because you got the movement speed on the Sorceress is crazy, so that can like boost efficiency moving around faster. But Hammered is super powerful. Mosaic is insanely powerful, but maybe they move just a tad slower through the maps, so But yeah.
I can't carry anymore.
Unless I'm forgetting something, those are probably like overall my top 3. I would say probably fastest players 8 clears of like all different types of content. But I don't really want to choose one for sure. Map reading practice will happen right after cubing the mid runes, right? Right? Map reading practice, that'll come up pretty soon here. I'm thinking about playing some D4 tomorrow and I don't know, maybe for a day or two. And then maybe we'll jump into some of that. See, Flawless saying 60 hours at Trav is 10,800 runs. Yeah, that'd be some max efficiency farming there with no breaks and no standing up or sitting down for 60 straight hours and not losing a second here and there. That's pretty. What'd you calculate that out with, Flawless? Is that you're calculating out with 30-second runs or is that like minute runs? I guess let's see how many minutes. 60. Yeah, what's the run calculation there? Just out of curiosity that you said that many runs. I feel like I couldn't. You said 20-second runs. Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't run Trav good. I know you can get runs done that fast, but then at the end of an hour you look and it's never 20 seconds to run. You know. I know I did say that, but that's like one run if you could. No, I think I did say that, but I think I wasn't thinking fully or something. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Maybe this is a little bit on the too slow side, but let's see. After you calculate in picking up items and identifying them on certain runs and picking up items you want to keep, dropping your gold off at the stash sometimes, buying more scrolls of identify. I mean, honestly, once you add that stuff all up, it's probably like a minute a run is what I usually probably might get. Saffron says, no way you can get 20-second run. I feel like if you, I don't know. I'm no Trav expert. I thought you could get like 20 seconds if you, perfect gear and whatnot, but maybe not. Maybe not. What was your second last Grail item? Oh boy, I don't even remember now. What was the last Grail item I knocked off? Let me think. Was it? No. I haven't opened my Grail tracker in so long. I think it would have the date in there. I could look at the dates that I marked them off, but I can't really remember now. And I don't. The shortcut's actually behind my. Well, I could. Well, I don't want to close the game. I can't remember for sure. Appreciate you, Scrotums. S tier Twitch name. This guy. Appreciate you though.
I am overburdened.
Probably Wisp. Maybe it was Wisp, actually. No, it wasn't Wisp. I can't remember what it was. I feel like it wasn't. It wasn't. I can't remember at all. I literally can't remember even a hint. Was it a rare item? Was it some not rare item that it took me a long time to find? Was it? I can't even remember. It wasn't. It was not. I know it wasn't Mang Songs or Death's Web or Death's Fathom or Nightwings. It wasn't anything super rare like that, but I honestly just can't literally remember at all. Yoshi, what's going on? Saffron saying Horking and the IDing stuff, talking about Trav a minute ago, takes the most time. Yeah, true story. Yeah, when I was thinking of the fast runs anyways, I was kind of thinking of like not barbarian item finding stuff. I was kind of thinking of like Hammerden or something. I don't know. Oh, a bunch of people said Wisp. Maybe it was Wisp then. You guys probably remember. You guys remember what I do better than me, so that's blatantly obvious by, you know, streaming here. Danny's at 7 remaining. That's not too bad, really, man. But man, those last ones do take forever, though.
I can't carry you.
Materials might. Smooth Boss said he's 35 40 second with I'm assuming item find barb, so pretty solid, I think. Yeah, I know Wisp was like abnormally long, but like it was a later one, but I yeah. Psycho Nut. What's up, fellows? Jeez, this guy. Yeah, looks like everyone seemed to think it was Wisp, bunch of the OGs. So apparently that was my second one, last one left. So Heroes is its own thing. Yeah, it is. Oh, I forgot. Wait. Oh yeah, I did go get the scrolls. Materials is like twice as rare as any other item. As the second rarest item, if I remember correctly. I'd have to look at the. I looked all that stuff up. I don't remember what it was though. I'd have to watch my own video. But Winged Knife. Throw Babo says Nuno. Yeah, throw barbs in the running. Yeah, the thing is too, even though I know I said Trapsin's not my favorite, I was kind of thinking about doing Trapsin just because I feel like a lot of people would like to see Trapsin kind of sort of, so. Full of gold again already. Oh boy, we about to go gamble some material might sue. Almost to a level here. Look at this. On farming only players 1, only hitting the champions, I've done like half a level over the last couple days. Like it was like right here. I've gotten all this experience on players 1, hitting only, you know, killing like a dozen champions a game. Guess that's because they give more experience, right? Oops. Cody says, watching my videos, I got him back into D2R. I started a Blizzard Sorceress. Nice. Hopefully you enjoy your time back in D2. Best game ever made. Blizzard Sorceress is a good choice for early on, farming all that Andy Mephisto, all that stuff. Ah. Oh yeah, I'm full of gold. I gotta remember, after this run, we're gonna go gamble, and I'm gonna get a Tyrell's Might.
I can't carry anymore.
Gambling Tyrell's Might is a better bet than dropping it. I don't know about that. I mean, considering lots of people drop Tyrell's Might, and I bet you, I don't know. I would bet you, I don't know. You never know what people could have done at some time, but I bet you nobody's ever gambled the Tyrell's Might before. It's so rare. It's like, I remember a Saffron popped the odds in here before, and it's like just insanely rare. And you get so few Sacred Armors for 10 million gold that it's got to be just, it's nonsensically rare to happen. Yeah, 1 in 250,000. But then it's only like 1 in 100 chance of getting a Sacred Armor when you're gambling. And when you gamble, you only have enough gold to gamble like 25 Sacred Armors, or of that base, I mean. So it's like, yeah. I mean, these don't really. Well, let's go like this for a second. Throw all this over here. What do I got in here? Why do I have a plane 6? Did I get these? Oh, I got a mixed up. Like this. We could. We're lacking on our. We'll leave this one in here with the max damage, attack rating, magic vine. But are there any 6s in here? I mean, more attack rating, whatever. Will help us hit sometimes. Why is there plain 6s in here? Ooh, 3, 11, 6. Nice. Just plain 6s. What's up with that, guys? How could you guys let me do such a foolish thing? Okay, we'll go with that. Let's put these in here like this, so I know which ones, the ones trapped in here I don't want to keep. Throw this all over here. Time to get rich, fellas. Time to find that Tyrell's Might. 100% chance of gambling Tyrell's Might right now. 100. Like that. Oh, it's only 11% Geets. 12. I thought I had a 15 over here. What happened? Doesn't matter that much. It is 4%, I guess. Maybe I'll just throw this over on my sorceress and just gamble with the 7.5 or whatever. Probably got a bunch of gold over there too, so we'll just do that. We'll just do that. A little bit of waste of time, but what you gonna do, huh? I'll just go gamble on my sorcerers. I think that a higher character level gives you a better chance to, if I'm not mistaken, somebody had said so. I like that down there. That's where you go. Except amulets and rings, yeah. So if you want the super high stuff, yeah. So I'll just do that. I know I got a 15 over on the sorceress. She's probably got some gold too. What level it's? Tyrell's Might? I'm not sure what you're asking there for sure, but Lion, welcome in, yo. Yeah, we got a 15 here. We'll go like this. Idiot. He's got a little bit of gold here. It'll be fine. Oh no. I mean, I guess we'll go like that. That's fine. All right, Tyrell's Might incoming. That 1 to 2 extra MF is what you needed. Hey, can't hurt. Cannot hurt. I didn't go get any gold. Nuno says 1 in 95,000. He looked up is at level 99. Hopefully, because that means I'm probably gonna get it. Probably. Well, when it's like the only thing that I need. That's what we're going for. I wants it. Ornate, ornate, ancient, ornate. I did not mean to do that. Good job, Phil. Just wasted 100,000. Ancient, ancient, ancient. There goes that gold. So you're telling me there's a chance. Exactly. Exactly. There technically is a chance of finding Tyrell's Might right now. That's what we need. All I need is technically a chance. Let's see if I get any sacred armors in here. Ornate, ancient, mechanics, ornate. So far, no sacred armors at all, even. Which is... I think I've only doing this. I've done this probably ancient armor, ornate plate. I think I've only gotten like a couple of sacred armors total, so... We're almost out of gold already. Oops. Oh, there we go. Oh boy. Ornate, ornate. Ornate. And that's it. Not one sacred armor. Oh boy. I gotta get away from Geeds. You're right. Let me see what gold we got on our other characters. I'm gonna send it all to the shared stash here. Just gamble whatever we got left here. Yeah, he's kind of ripping me off, you're right. What's Philzon got on her? Tesla in next now, he says. Yeah, that one's a little bit too expensive. I don't have the runes for that on offline single player, so yeah, that's what you need to do there, Line, for sure. Lemrune, how much? Yeah, that would probably get it for me for sure. Oh my gosh, I could just imagine the hype for the clip. First ever Tyrell's Might gamble in the history of mankind. Oh, that was for disregard that. Didn't do that video yet. Look at all this gold we're getting. Almost a whole nother page. $8,000 gold, bro. I guess we'll take it. That was a bit of a waste, though. 1 in 400,000. That sounds more accurate. I'm gonna be honest. Assassin. Putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Good to see you.
And do we got any other high-level characters that's gonna have gold on it? No. That's it. D2 Karen, let's go. Any ideas on next ladder? Not yet. Nope. You can kind of math it out from when the last ladder was, but I don't worry about it. They'll tell me. Oh, I gotta get the gold. Yeah, even just to get a sacred armor is like incredibly rare, like you're saying there. I've only gotten a few of them in probably, I don't know how have I done 100 million gold yet, you guys think? Probably not 100 million. I've probably done like 50 to 70 million gold for gambling Tyros Mites. Maybe even more than that. Maybe it is 100, but I've only gotten a couple of sacred armors, so. Ancient. All ancients, that's gross. Kind of makes me nervous with the torch right there. Let's move you over here just in case. I'd much rather sell the Geeds on X. Oh, godly sacred armor. Ooh, yeah. Let's go. Okay, let's get some more. So there's another sacred armor at least. Geez, you say single player better than ladder. That is an opinion take, but I do agree with that opinion. I do agree. I do agree. $400K per gamble steep. Hey, that's the price of doing business, you know? If you want to gamble the first Tyros Might in the history of mankind, you got to pay up. I may have to take advantage of the whole 22 Nights of Terror gambling thing if they do that again this year, which I'm sure they will. They'll probably do it in multiple days, to be honest, because that's like one of the hypest ones that people love doing. Oh, look at the color. Ancient armor. 3 sockets, kind of interesting. Well, that's it. That's what we got. So, well, we'll get them next time, huh? It was so close, we almost got it, but not quite. We will get her next time. Got the Annie space. We need the Enigma. We don't have enough strength for this spirit, but when we get the Enigma back on, we will. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, we almost got it, fellas. Is 100 to life 4 sockets valuable? Usually, yeah. How much is going to depend on which base you get on the armor. Certain ones are more valuable than others. So, like, if you're shopping them, Jeezy, and I'm guessing you're over here, this light plate is worth more than this ancient armor, and probably the gothic plate too. I'm not sure on the value, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the light plate is the most valuable, because technically you get a little bit more faster movement speed. That's like imperceivable, but like PvPers like care about that most minuscule amount of advantage you can get. So that's my understanding of the situation. We almost there gambled Tyros Might, but not quite. So we'll jump back to finding it then, I guess. Brad Seeley, welcome in. Doing pretty good. Welcome in. Ooh. I don't know why I just noticed this. It kind of irks me when my main weapon is on the second spot. I'm not really OCD or anything, but it kind of... Jonky says the light plates can only get 3 open sockets, but they can be valuable at the 3 under. Okay, that's what I was thinking then. That's what I was thinking then. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I always got to look stuff up all the time to remember. There's so much information in D2 that I constantly have to look things up to remember, like to specifically make sure that I'm correct on stuff. So, go peppy gloves. Yeah, I guess for 4 sockets, you probably want to have the one that I... Feel free if anyone in there is more knowledgeable about the PvP crowd. The identifying the one, like the wire fleeces are pretty popular, I feel, that I've seen. And probably, I'm assuming, Dusks and Archons, if they roll 4-socketed with like 100 to life. I haven't seen too many of those, though, because you can't shop them. Oops, go the other way. I think on offline single player here, I actually have one that I shopped on accident. I wasn't even trying to shop. I just went over to Charcy and I just happened to look at a red armor, and it was the ancient armor, but it was 4-socketed with... It had life based on character level, so it's like 1 life per character level or something like that. Where would I have put that at? Gotta be on armors, right? Guess not. Where did I put that? Bases? Oh boy. Not gonna know where I put it. Is there another armor mule maybe? Bases 2? The bases don't multiply with cult arms. Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of neat. Life based upon character level. Centaur of the Centaur. More stash tabs, says Shorty. I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but I don't see that coming anytime soon. Dana reached 89. Liz Sork recommended a few days ago. Got a champ today. What? Nice. Congrats on that one. PvP stuff super niche, yeah. You pretty much have to trade that stuff on PvP from my experience / understanding. Or wait, what did I say? I'm not sure if I said that wrong, so I'll just say it again. You kind of have to trade that stuff on JSP in order to find someone to trade it to. But from my, I'll call it my guesstimation anyways. That'd be my guess. Grab all this gold because we need to gamble some more. How many is for a call to arms? Oh boy, I'm not sure. Depends how it's rolled, I guess, if you're talking about trading. I'm not really sure. I mean, I would say base value would be what the runes are worth, right? And if it rolls like perfect, it'd be worth a lot more.
I can't carry anymore.
Sloth says PD2 can have huge players counts and huge stash. Don't know why Blizzard can't. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Do not know. Brad said he swapped some gear pieces around, boost mana resistances felt better. Till he realized he was on P5. Oh, so I'm guessing you thought you were on players 8? Yeah, usually resistances you don't have to do too much with, as long as you're making sure that your energy shield never runs out. That's like kind of the last thing that I usually look at, but you know. Oh boy. Alright, let's just get out of here. I was trying to find that jewel, and we get... There's that mythic sword again, huh? Only way to loot filter, huh? I should get one of those one of these days. Alright, fine. We'll take you out too. Ogre Mall? Check that first. That's the most important. Where'd that jewel go? Okay, we'll check the Archon stuff. I thought I seen a jewel. No. Okay. Good job, Phil. Sloth said been writing his own filter. Yeah, I know there's ones out there. I've been playing this so long, there weren't loot filters for the longest time, and then any of the loot filters there were, I didn't really like them. They were just like, they would just change the colors of the text pretty much. I guess now there actually are like literal loot filters now, but so late into it, I need one more item. I figured I'd just a couple different reasons. I only have one item left, and also if you run loot filters while you're streaming to like large groups of people, like every 4 minutes someone's like, oh, these drops aren't legit, he's playing some mod that has higher drop rates, never mind. And I'm like, no, it's not higher drop rates, it's just a loot filter. Sure it is. And you're just like, okay, stuff like that. So content creation side, it kind of is better to not run a loot filter in my experience. I know back in old D2 days, I used to run loot filters all the time on regular D2 LOD, but yeah. Whoop. Threw my little wrist guard on the ground. Oops. Squishy still trying to find a Griffins. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Griffins is a pretty decent boost. You can swap so many different things around once you get that FCR, really is what helps out a ton, and obviously more kill speed and all that good stuff. Flawless, yeah. So somebody had, like, I forget how much, but some streamer or a group of streamers or something set up all these declone walks. They had like 10,000 stones to Jordan or something like that, and like every 15 minutes they spawned another one on a server. So yeah. Filtering out just potions is enough to clear the screen. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, loot filters are pretty convenient when you're playing, right? Or like oil potions, blue claymores, like... I'll never forget though on PD2, because they'd have people make their own loot filters, and then people could use the loot filters other people had written the code for or whatever. And after the first season, it was like midway through the second season, people started to find out that the loot filters weren't written right, like some of them. And they're like, look at this, look at this. I have one loot filter on, and here's this rune in my inventory, like a Zod rune or something. And then they would throw it on the ground and they would show it pop up. And then they would load somebody else's loot filter, and they'd take the Zod rune, throw it on the ground, and it would just disappear. You're like, oh! But when you took an item out of your inventory and threw it on the ground like this, it wouldn't disappear. It would just be, it would be a gray text box with no writing in it. But if it dropped off a monster, if that was an item that dropped off a monster, it wouldn't exist. You just wouldn't see it. And yeah, so. Selfware Infinity Trapsin. What do I think about it? I know it's pretty good. I've seen other people use it, but I'll be honest there. Is that Bozozo? I've never played it before, so I can only give what I have seen, and it looks like it's pretty good. We were actually talking about it a little bit earlier, and some people had said that Crescent Moon Spirit actually is like almost essentially the same kill speed, but you can teleport around faster and stuff like that, so depends. If I do a trap sin, I just said doo-doo. I may just go, you know, Crescent Moon with the Infinity on the Mercenary. Hard to say. I'll try it out though. Saffron talking about earlier how I said people call you out as if they claim you alter the drop rates if you have any loot filters on. He said he's the first one that would call me out. There you go. Donkey says he found 3 Tyrael's Mites on single player, but has never found a Griffin's. That's some wacky luck. Because Tyrael's Mite is probably 10 times rarer than Griffin's. I'd have to look up the drop odds again, but it's like, I don't think Griffin's was even in the top 10. for rare items. So yeah, that's like a shocking. That's less common than me not finding 220 Java gloves in 3 years. I think that's more uncommon to happen. Nawi saying anything altering the game. It's not the same game. Yeah, I mean, kinda. Loot filters I don't think are a huge deal because I just don't, I guess. But I gotcha. To each their own opinions. Everyone's got their own like line, right? I've had people tell me that because I use the unlimited respec PC thing, that it's not like this isn't a large group of people, but a person here or there, that's not like in the spirit of the game, and it's, you know, it taints my play in the Holy Grail or whatever. Whatever. But you know. Ooh, Biv got Indaro's Visage in Diablo 3. Oh. Dubs, yeah. You picked up the important part of that conversation. You. Yeah, Shorty saying loot filter's nice to cut out all the junk. This is a true story. True story. Wish they'd fix chat, says Thomas. By fix chat, do you mean like so there weren't just like bots spamming chat all the time in D2R, or? Yeah, I don't know why that's such a... Apparently that's like completely 100% incapable of stopping that. Because you'd think that they would. Bots spamming our real money RMT sites like everywhere in D2R. You think they'd fix that if they could, but for whatever reason, seems impossible. Does PD2 have bot spamming? No, but I think there's something with PD2 with it. Isn't there something with, because they verify every account or something like that, and because it's not like a public company, they can just kind of like do whatever they want to and not worry about it. So they can just like ban anybody they want to all the time and stuff like that. I mean, I guess Blizzard could write into their terms of service that they can just ban anybody anytime they want to, and I mean, they kind of can, sort of, but they just go about it differently because they wouldn't want to unjustifiably ban people, right? Jerry saying we're all old. All of us playing this is old. We need that quality of life, right? Right? Our eyes are getting bad. We're like, I can't see the stuff. Sloth says you'd have thousands and thousands of essence at this point anyways. Who cares about unlimited respecking? Yeah. And the way I view it, I mean, I didn't put unlimited respecs into the game. I mean, the devs put that option in, so it wasn't me. I just am utilizing what they put into the game, right? Not my fault. Man, come on, item find bar. What's going on? Oops, come on. Ah, there he is. I seen the aura pop up. This guy's here somewhere. I knews it. Wasn't me, Phil. Stolen from Shaggy, huh? A little bit different topic, but I guess it fits. Yeah, Shorty saying, how long does it take you to find the parts for a token? Not long. Yeah, in general. It's not super crazy. But I definitely don't want to do it every time I want to respec, though. What? Getting Dub said he's been playing 3 weeks offline. He found 3 SOJs, or 2 SOJs yesterday. Must be spam farming Nightmare Andy or something, huh? Or possibly even regular Daryl, I suppose. Love how you can't respec in 1.0. Yeah, you couldn't respec for a long time. I remember the pain of being like, man, I want to play a Java, like my Java's on, I didn't build right, but like I don't want to have to level another character. Like, this is devastating. Finding someone to rush you and stuff, especially when you like don't know anyone else who's playing the game and things like that. Ooh, almost max cold res with 6 to strength, which is the max on the strength. Interesting. That's interesting. Cold res though, where would I use it? I'm gonna think about it. I did keep some stuff like that, but usually it's lightning or fire, because I mean, you just play way more lightning or fire builds and stuff. Cold, I mean, there's Blizzard, but making up for a Sunder Charm, but lightning and fire are just more important resistances generally. Cryptic Axe on your mercenaries are a better base. I mean, people will say, yeah, technically maybe, but under 99.9% of circumstances, in my opinion, if you have an elite base, a Thresher, a Cryptic Axe, a Great Pole Axe, you know, whatever, even a Colossus Vulge, on your, if you can wear it and equip it on your mercenary, you're not going to notice a difference. Like, what do I guess I have a Cryptic Axe here, you know, whatever. I wouldn't worry about, like, if that's the only issue with what you're using, I wouldn't even worry about the base, to be honest. So Thomas says misses those frozen orb days. Yeah, I guess when I played, it was, I guess I'm never gonna use that. It's almost 29.6, but oh well. It was pretty much like Blizzard and Nova. I played a little bit before that, I guess, but not very much, and didn't really know what was going on at all. Maybe I do remember Blizzard a little bit, actually, now that I think about it more. My old age, it's hard to remember. What? For some reason, that playlist has the same song twice in a row there. Not sure what's up with that. Thomas remembers the expansion before immunities. Jeez, what are you guys, like 80? What's going on over here? AARP stream right here. Just mess with you. Yeah, Jeezy said there was no respecs, but you could get to level 90 in cows in 20 minutes. Yeah, once you could get someone to rush you, you're like, you would accidentally get a level or two as you're getting rushed, right? But you'd be like level 2, 3. one cow game, at the end of that, you'd be like level 25, just sitting in the corner of the cow game. Yeah, I do remember that. Those were the days, right? Oh, bedtime.
Not in town.
What do we got for the next terror zone coming up? Let me scoop that real quick. Probably nothing good. I remember looking and they weren't great coming up. We got Dry Hills, Halls of the Dead. Oh man, pits are at 5, but I can't play at 5, so not that it matters that much, but yeah, Thomas, that most of the 99s I've ever had, I just got that Sorceress recently. But yeah, I had like 5 99s back in the day just from cows because it was, you know, way easier just running around cows and getting to 99, no problem. There wasn't all the experience penalties, I'm assuming, right? Uber leveling, yeah, that was one that I missed. It must have been when I wasn't playing D2. That must have been when Halo 2 and Call of Duty was popping off, and Halo 3 and whatnot, and Modern Warfare and Black Ops. When those, in the heyday of Halo and Call of Duty, I did not play Diablo 2 like at all. The Call of Duties, Elder Scrolls, Halo, Call of Duty, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Grand Theft Autos, Vice City, San Andreas, you know. Was playing no Diablo 2 in that time. Raced hard pass on that one. Magic Arrow to 99. No deal. And when we needed him the most, he vanished into a COD lobby, Lisa says. Well, there you go. Saffron says he feels like 99 is about where it should be now. I would say I think so. I think so. It's not like D4 where you get 99 in like 3 days. Which actually, I didn't really look at the video. I only looked at the title. Did they change the max level to 60 in the new season? Or was that just some like clickbait title I seen? Because yeah, like I said, I haven't looked into D4 stuff like at all. Vice City still OP. Ooh. I haven't played Vice City in a while, obviously. But yeah. It's probably going to be 60 cap when the expansion drops. So let's see, what does everyone say? A lot of changes to D4. That's what I had heard. I mean, I seen a couple, I guess, with the uber unique color change, I guess, and the items make sounds when they drop, depending what they are, I think, right? I know, I just haven't been watching a ton. It's just, I don't know. You know. It's D4, so. Are they having it set up so that the does the expansion drop mid-season? Or is it going to be at the start of the next season? I don't remember the dates and stuff. I know the new season starts tomorrow, but I mean like the next one. October? Gotcha. Jeezy says no point to get above 50 before Dissolve Paragon. Well, I mean that's like a ton of different power there, right? Best trading site, Anders. Most average people say Tradery, for D2R trading. So Lisa says D4 feeling better now than it used to, but still just feels like a 2-week experience. Yeah, that's kind of what I always got out of it too. So I don't know. The stuff that they have you to do in D4 just isn't really, because I don't really like the equivalent to that in D2R is like farming Ubers, I guess, but I don't want to have to build my, like, I don't want my character and to take that character to only build it specifically to farm like 1 or 2 monsters, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I always play a different build. D4 just doesn't feel as good as D2R. Just doesn't. Just doesn't. JSP more active though? I mean, maybe, but a lot of people don't like JSP, so most average people like tradery, where you just like find somebody and give me a Lem rune, I'll give you this whatever. Done, you know, so. Flawless says thanks for the stream, appreciate you. Farm Travis, the seasonal theme. Yeah, that's really getting me hyped up there, Lisa. Really getting me hyped there. Just farming Trav over and over again. Let me, I'm checking something out super quick. 4 o'clock here, huh? The Swari TV, I think, talking about D4 now. There's more endgame content, but I like the 2. But D2R is cool, slow, but I love the items. Yeah, I don't know, the endgame stuff in D4. I just don't like. Running greater rifts over and over again is just kind of not my thing. Oh, but the number on this rift is 1 number higher than the last rift, so this is I don't know, like. In D2R, items obviously the GOAT. In D2R, that's my draw here as well. As you run the pits over and over, but it's for like you're actually going to get something from it. You're actually trying to accomplish something, not like run the pits and as the number goes up 1 by 1 by 1, and then you're absolutely blasting all the monsters in there, just one-shotting everything until you get one-shotted. It's like, okay, well, that's cool, I guess. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. And of course, this right here, getting a character to this point is months in the making too. Like, it's a different experience leveling your character up, getting to a point where you can, you know, it's not like a 3-day experience and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm max level, I have Tyrael's Might, and I'm just, if anyone never seen that, I should pull it up, where you're sitting in the middle of the screen just spamming attack, 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 and Tyrael's Might's just melting everything in the whole screen. The Tyrael's Might armor.
Good to see you.
Like, I stopped even actually attacking monsters in the game because you would just spam and melt everything. So, yeah. I guess that is just one item, and one item could be just like broken or made wrong or whatever, but it did kind of, I don't know about ruin the game for me. D4 is okay. That's what it is. That's what I think it is. I think it's okay. But it was after I got that, it was just kind of like, okay, well, what now, huh? Materials built-in hacks? Maybe. Maybe. No, it's just all the, you know, whatever the holy bolts or whatever they call them that would shoot out of it. Every time you would start an attack or end an attack, it would shoot holy bolts out. So I would just stand in the middle of the screen and attack as fast as I could, and it would just be blasting. And then I had something that for some reason, every time you shot holy bolts out, like 25% of the time it would do a double shot. So it was just like spamming them perpetually, just. Lisa says they'll never be able to please the D2R Chads. True story. Yeah, and I don't know where if this came from anywhere, or it was just I heard Riker say this, and I think it might have been just his opinion in a video, but I think he said that he thought that they tried to please, when the game first came out, the Diablo 2 crowd, like the whole Diablo like universe of players, and that like it appeared anyways, I think in his opinion, I believe, that they seem to have given up on the D2, like pleasing D2 players, and that they're just kind of shifting it to be more like Diablo 3. So he said that in one of his videos I had seen. Which I kind of agree that it does. That's kind of my, even if he didn't say that, or even, I couldn't remember if it was something from a dev or if it was his opinion, but I think it was just his opinion. But I do agree with that statement, that it does kind of look that way. Never understood D2 players. It's hard to blend the two, right? Because, I mean, the reason people are still playing Diablo 2 nowadays, like most people, not everybody, but I would say most people who play D2 like a ton nowadays, they play it because they didn't like Diablo 3, right? Because they're not super similar games. They're kind of similar, obviously, but there's some very basic, there's very important differences between them to why people like one and don't like the other. So, all right, Dusk Shroud. These have been popping off lately. I've been finding a ton of these Ormus robes. Let's ID this first real quick, huh? 25 poison damage, good. Is it gonna be teleport? Boom! Oh, 3 to warmth. Low on the fire. 3 to warmth. 10 jaws or 20 jaws? What do you guys think? What's it worth? $10 or 20? It's your only options. You can't say anything else. True story, Saffron. I agree with that one. Most modern ARPGs do not hold a candle. 13? Right. What was this ring here? That's the attack rating, life leech, 3 all res. Ray's saying he feels like D4 closer to D3, but enjoys them all. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I found warmth yesterday too. True story, huh? True story. I do recall that. Retiring virus. Yeah, so this build is so good because it's specifically really good for hunting super rare uniques. I have like 700 magic find, And yeah, you have find item. And yeah, you howl everything away. Take out the champion. He'll drop one item like this. Use find item. Get another item. Oh wait, I didn't find item the right monster. Yeah, I didn't get one off the champion, unfortunately, but boom, find item, another chance. Because in non-terrorized zones, only the champions and elites or whatever can actually drop Tyrell's Might, which I'm looking for, or a lot of the super rare uniques. And you can stack a crazy amount of magic find on this build. And still like one-shot monsters. And since players count does not affect champion drops in any way. Any big finds today? I did get a, I don't know, probably Amara's is probably the best so far today. Probably that Mara's. Lisa's saying the only common thing between D2R, D4 is kind of a gothic theme and the storyline a little bit. Yeah, I mean it's hard to say like how much, because obviously you want games to not be the same thing. I mean, well, personally, actually, I wouldn't mind Diablo 2 Resurrected 2, I suppose, but oh, I did find a Lem rune today. Good call. How insane would it be? How insane if they made a D2R2? All brand new acts, brand new, fully brand new remade in a brand new, like, the same, like, gameplay feel, but even, like, even better graphics engine than this. Oh my god. Speaking of things that would never happen, but would be so crazy. Kind of like they did Final Fantasy X 2. There'd be Diablo 2, Diablo 2. Look at all this stuff. Look at all these potions. Tyrell's Might hiding in here? By chance? Doesn't look like it. Peace out, Yoshi. Saffron saying Diablo will be the boss in like the 4th expansion or something for D4. Yeah, you are right. They gotta have Diablo eventually. So, Bento's coming in with a Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, thank you so much for giving me some of Jeff Bezos' money. My favorite. My favorite. Anyone know why Diablo 2 is going to be down on Wednesday? I didn't know Diablo was going to be down. I thought it said something. Usually it says like the BattleNet servers or something, but I didn't look too closely at the warning. I'm going to be honest. I just don't even look at them anymore because, I'm always playing offline so much. Lisa, I didn't notice that from a second ago. You said can't wait to pay $40 to finally be able to take on the title boss. Well, actually, yeah, Diablo's not. If you bought the game when it came out, and then you buy the next expansion, and then you buy the expansion after that, hypothetically, if Diablo comes in the 2nd expansion, you would have paid like $120 something, right? Or more than that, at minimum, if you like buy this stuff when it comes out to play. Item find. I guess it didn't work. No big deal. Oh, another unique amulet. And this okay, this is no doubt, there's no doubt this is an unidentified Mars. The only question is the resistance. Can I get another perfect Mars? Boom. Oh. Look at all that fire absorb though, huh? 69 fire absorb. Legendary. Oh, Lisa did the early access, so it's going to be like 145. Right. Yeah. Yep. Kind of the way the world works nowadays, so, huh? Yeah, really D4 is like subscription model video game just with a different title. It's like half subscription because they make half of their profit off the skins and half off of the subscription part, where it's technically like $5 a month, but they just make you pay in a lump sum once a year instead of the $5 a month or whatever. Great Metal Grid would be a trophy. Speaking of Metal Grid and speaking of gambling Tyrrell's Might a minute ago. Speaking of, that was probably the craziest gamble that I've ever seen anyone do in their entire life. I need to pull that one back up. Back in the day, I gambled the Tyrrell's Might, which, because people craft so much, is probably it's probably like happened before. But the way I did it too was crazy, because I was like, all right guys, let's go gamble. And I ran over, clicked on Geeds, gambled one amulet, and for some reason I gambled it and looked at it instantly, and I gambled it and boom, it was a Metal Grid. Like, what? What? Tax cut saying StarCraft 2 free. StarCraft, one of those games I've never gotten into StarCraft. That's a real-time strategy, right? Not too big on real-time strategy. Sounds like a lot of thinking. Closest thing to real-time strategy I ever played was like Warcraft, offline, non-competitive. I didn't like playing it online, but I played it offline sometimes. There was actually another game kind of like that I played. There was a Jurassic Park game that was like, it was just like Warcraft, but you would like grow dinosaurs and then send them to go like fight for you and like attack the other team or whatever, pretty much. Like you would be the good people and then there'd be the bad hunters, and you'd raise up the dinosaurs and then they would go hunt, like you'd go fight with them and you'd control them. Complete knockoff of Warcraft, but you know, it was kind of cool actually. And you'd have to build like incubators, and you'd build like certain things to be able to raise different types of monsters. So raced over here from a minute ago saying D4, at least it definitely looks pretty good. Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's not as cartoony as D3, you say? Yeah, I get why they went with the look for D3 with the popularity of World of Warcraft looking that way, right? But I could see Diablo 4 starting to look more ridiculous in the future, though, especially when you're selling skins, because if you want the skins to be more vibrant and crazy, you know, it always gets like that. Like, look at Call of Duty nowadays. Even the Call of Duties have all these crazy, wacky skins that are all insane, you know. I could see D4 going that way, because they're gonna make skins of what people want to buy, right? So, Dirty Bird and Frank, welcome in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, StarCraft, because I said I never played it. He's like, unfollow. Don't, please, please. Raccoon, welcome in from Denmark. How's the working out going these days? Yeah, I just went to the gym today, actually. Been doing okay going, but I've switched over to doing like a lot of cardio lately. Keeping the heart pounding, I guess. I think I'm gonna start trying to lift again. It's just I get so sore nowadays when I lift, and I know just got to stay consistent and it'll go away after. I don't know. I lifted for so long that it just doesn't ever stop being so sore that I can't even walk up and down the stairs and stuff. But yeah, yeah. So it's going. I might try lifting here after my bowling league's over though, because at least then it's like yeah, I get so sore, like it's impossible to sleep, and you know it's hard to work. Like I actually can't walk up and down the stairs and stuff, like literally, to get to my computer. But yeah, we'll see what I decide. I do need to get on. I do want to look for another bowling league though, to be perfectly honest. Do love me some bowling all of a sudden. Can you hit him, please? Thank you. Ah. Ceremonial jabs. We'll check them for never being good, as they always never are. I'm full of gold again here. Sloth said no carbs or sugar for a month. You don't get sore because you don't eat carbs. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that because people are crazy about talking about carbs and stuff. So, and not you necessarily, but yeah, people always know exactly what's best for everybody and stuff like that. So I just usually don't go down that route. Any idea what the next build's gonna be? Bento says. Let's see. For D2R, I don't know. The YouTube vote's going for yeah, Lightning Trap Assassin and Throw Barber almost tied, so almost tied. Swinging a bowling ball might be the problem. What? Yeah, I can't take creatine either. That gives me some major problems, which I'm not going to go into detail about. So, not something I usually talk about in public. Sloth says, yeah, it works for you. No carbs works for you. All good. Yeah, more for diets, I'm more on the mindset of a lot of different things can work for a lot of different people. And if you're a proper weight and your doctor says you're healthy, who am I to tell you? Why your fleece? Oh, looks like the aura's still flying around, so gotta be there. They are. There they are. Old man Phil. Yeah. Yeah. Bish says, yeah, creatine messes him up too. Yeah, very much so. Oh, stretch. Oh. Yeah, bowling, I'm usually fine with bowling. It doesn't really do, you know, I'm not that out of shape. When I first, if I don't bowl for like 6 months and I do it again, it actually my left leg, like I get like some muscles sore in there from not bowling. You know, it's like my plant leg or my slide leg or whatever you want to call it, but nothing crazy. nothing that affects my life at all. It's just like, oh, the muscle on the side of my shin bone is sore. That's strange. Usually something like that. Oh, I was hitting him with my Hoto. Starcraft. I don't know if you're joking. I would assume you are, but when they say they're carbohydrates, you know, like stuff that's in a lot of like pastas and let's see, sugar is a carbohydrate, right? Breads, most breads and stuff have lots of carbohydrates in them. Melvin, welcome in. You say speed is king teleport. Yeah, definitely. Movement speed is a key component to clear speed, which is a key component to finding more items. Get back here. Ray says he always thinks less carbs for other people means more for him to enjoy. There you go. Look on the positive side. Getting Dubs had just started with a personal trainer, hour-long calisthenics workout, sore each time. Yeah, calisthenics. I kind of wanted to get into that. The thing that I kind of like the idea of calisthenics is that while you're working out, you're getting stronger, but also you would be like losing weight. So it's kind of like a positive progression system because you're both getting stronger and it's like taking weight off the bar every time. So you're doing more reps, like, and I feel like there's going to be a steeper progression thing to where you'll see the progress, and it'll be like what am I trying to say? Like a mental boost. You know what I mean? The only issue is that my weight to strength ratio isn't quite there that calisthenics are fun at the moment. Since I can barely do like wide grip pull-ups and dips are pretty tough at my current 225, so just a regular unweighted like standard dip is a little on the tough side. Like I can't do too many of those. Ooh, Bish said he broke his hand a couple years ago, can't bowl. Yeah, I was struggling with bowling when I first started, to be perfectly honest, because I broke my right hand a couple of different times when I was younger. But and my wrist gives me quite a bit of problems from it, or it used to. But honestly, from bowling, I would wear this kind of like wrist wrap. And yeah, I wore a wrist wrap for one season and then about a half of another. And then it like broke or whatever. And I was like, maybe I'll try bowling one time without it. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's okay, I guess. And then every once in a while, I'd kind of like tweak it or whatever. But then after, this is the third year now and I don't use a wrist wrap anymore. And yeah, my wrist has been feeling like it really helped my wrist. I feel, to be perfectly honest, like getting extra strength in my wrist. So 4 open socketed Monarch on normal. In normal difficulty, Bear? No. You have to be at least like in hell difficulty to get a 4 socketed Monarch. Any luck today, Tomas? Just a little bit. Been a little slow today. There, you know, you can always tell the days when there's no terrorized Andy because it goes a lot slower, huh? But less drops. Few things. Saffron, don't do it. Don't do it. Technically, what, off of Nightmare Bale, you could get a Monarch that could have 4 sockets or something like that? Ooh, if that stuff was higher, that'd be neat. Has the right stuff, not enough. Nightmare cows? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna, because when you start talking about monster item level and when you Larzik it and this and that, I don't know. Don't know for sure, but I didn't think Nightmare Cows could give you a Monarch that could give you 4 sockets. But or like technically terrorize Nightmare Cows or something, probably something weird like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just say this. I've never seen anyone ever in the history of my life. I've never seen anyone get a 4-socketed Monarch from Nightmare Cows before. If it's possible, I don't know. I've never seen it before. I've never heard someone say that they'd go and do that ever. So we'll just say that. Tomas, yo! Thank you for 2 euros, I believe, right? Or pounds? I always forget, but good luck, my dear friend. Appreciate you. Very kind of you for the super chat. Yeah. When it comes to Nightmare Cows, pretty much I recommend, and this is my take on it, of course, under no circumstance should you farm Nightmare Cows for like trying to get something endgame like, such as another for instance is technically I do know you have a better chance of getting skillers from Nightmare Cows, but I would never recommend someone go farm Nightmare Cows to get skillers that way, because you're just giving up the chance to find like jaw runes and stuff in cows and the elite, a lot of the elite bases and stuff, and even other things. You can only get like 20 life on your skiller technically if you did find one. Like, I feel like you just sacrifice too much farming Nightmare Cows, but that's my recommendation. Everyone else do you. Dub said he's 225 and bald too. We're twins. We're the same looking people. D2 is a game of technicallys. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sorta. Sometimes. There's a lot more technicallys now that there's like terror zones and stuff too. Terror zones added a lot more technicallys. All right.
Tomas Canopa donated 2 euros through Super Chat. Good luck, my dear friend.
Do I have a video on the Berserk barb yet? Blade, there should be a link in the description to this right here. The only difference is, I don't know if that video has dual Heart of the Oaks, which I have here, and I'm using a 6-isted Rune Master for the Cannot Be Frozen instead of whatever I'm kind of using on that. But that's kind of I do mention and talk about a lot different items usually in those videos, so should be a link just under the link to the sponsor of the stream down in the description. And this, my friends, we call a segue. Speaking of the sponsor of the stream, huge thanks to PC Bros for sponsoring the stream. You see the icon over there? Some of y'all might know them as the Toasty Bros on YouTube. They start up their own pre-built PC company, so if you're ever thinking you're in the market, you want to check out what kind of stuff they have to offer, exclamation sponsor right now on Twitch or YouTube will bring you up a link, or I got a link at the top of the description. Head on over there, check them out. Use code SweetPhil to get a little bit of a discount on a pre-built PC also. SweetPhil, oh yeah, there's no space in the middle, by the way, just SweetPhil. Oop. There you are. Couldn't find him at first. I haven't heard that in a while, when it makes it super loud, the super loud like chest drop. Kind of funny. I forgot it did that for a second. See, Saffron Chief said he's checking. Nightmare Bale cannot drop a Monarch, and he said checking bovines. No, they can't either. Told you guys. I told you. I know everything. I never forget.
Not here.
Jacked. Good night. Peace out. If you're frozen with the Heart of the Oaks out, do you unfreeze when you weapon swap? Yes. I think it takes a second to activate. That's an I think though, so that's not a for sure yes, it's an I think. Appreciate you, Wicked, for popping that in there. Appreciate you. Yeah, thanks a lot, chat, for trying to steer everybody wrong. Oh, maybe the Cow King could no. See, I thought that there was a cap that you couldn't get monarchs in Nightmare, but thought that was the case. But man, there was like 8 people telling me that they thought I was wrong, so I just kind of went along with it. I assumed that maybe I was remembering wrong, but not this time. Dun 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 dun. Archon staff, why? Should have been a Manx songs. Should have been. Oracle of D2 knowledge. Yeah. True story. Oracle. Get away from me. Away! Let my mercenary do all the work, I'll just stand back. That's the way to go. Still going, says Mark. Yeah. What you will do after Barbarian. Yeah, so I got the poll up, I'm not sure. I may go with that Lightning Trap Assassin, just because, not that it's like the same thing, but maybe not doing 2 barbs in a row. Maybe go Lightning Traps and then maybe do the throw barb in a future time. Haven't done that throw barb in a while, so. Oop, there we go. Man, nothing's falling unique for me. Nothing's falling unique for me. Guess I need more magic find, huh? Unfortunate. Whirlwind Assassin, yeah, some people, I don't remember if that was you, I think it was somebody else. I kind of get asked about Whirlwind Assassin a shockingly large amount, considering it's the amount that it's actually played by people relative to how often I get asked about it. But it's not that I wouldn't play it, but yeah, I don't have you need Chaos Claws, right? Do we need 1 or 2 of those? I'm not really sure. I'd have to do some little research on that. I have to fire up the Google machine to kind of learn more about it, because I'm not too familiar. So Marty, welcome in. Oridin, says Ryan. There you go. Raccoon got a mull from the arcane. There you go. Getting started off there a little bit. I do need more Mang songs. I only have like 5 or 6 of them, so. What the heck's a Whirlwind Assassin? I think it's a Chaos Claw has Whirlwind on it, so I've seen just like little clips here and there. I barely remember it. Like, I barely remember even seeing it or anything. Oh, I seen that armor base fly out, and I was like, "Oh, is that Tyrael?" So let me pull it up real quick. Let me look at it. Is it Chaos Claw? G2R. Oh, Chaos Runeward. I don't know what's up with that guy, but Fel level, it has this 1 to Whirlwind for a claw. 35 enhance this. Frozen Orb on striking, charge bolt on striking. So yeah. Claw specific, yeah. Yep. Where does it say that? Non-magic Katara with exactly 3 sockets. I think it can be in any type of claw. I don't know why it specifically says Katars. I don't know. Is it just for... Because it says it here, too. This can't be accurate. That's got to be wrong. I don't know. I feel like it can go into any claw. I'm pulling up another... And someone probably knows for sure here, but... Yeah, it just says claws on this other site, so... Right here. So it just says claws. So yeah. When did WR replace WW for Whirlwind? Yeah, I guess I just you know, I just figured it out. John P says next character Mosaic. Hard pass. Considering Whirlwind's terrible, what's the point? I don't know. There's got to be something that makes it good. There's got to be some way to make the build viable. Maybe. Maybe allegedly. Swing, swing, swing. Check that ring for sure. No good. Unfortunate. Yeah. Is Mosaic bad? It's just, it's way too bright, pretty much. Way too bright. One quick second, I'm kind of glancing around at something here. All right, all right. Fatal said magic added damage. Fatal, what are you talking about there on the Chaos Claw? Magic damage added. Oh, I'm not sure how that would be calculated, the adds magic damage. Well, it's 216 to 471. I don't know how that would be calculated into to deal out more damage than grief. I wouldn't imagine it would be. But I guess I kind of get what you're saying, that it's just kind of big number, go boom kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's something I'll have to look into if you're suggesting that the magic damage added is like a huge boost to it. So maybe a definite maybe, I guess. Jack saying I'm leveling a barb on Switch while watching in the background. Good life, relaxing after work. Okay, I thought that was saying at work at first. I was like, oh, this guy, but still. Nice. Yeah, barb leveling is probably the most time-consuming leveler in the game in my experience, so best of luck. Hopefully it goes quick and smooth for you. I don't know, maybe I haven't leveled a barb in a while. I haven't solo leveled a barb in years, so it might be different now with some changes or whatever, but whoops. 5 all res. That's not enough reses. That's not enough reses. Alrighty, looking at the time, almost 5 o'clock for me. That's almost dinner time. So first of all, want to thank you guys so much for hanging out for probably the final day of the barb. I'll probably be back on streaming tomorrow, to be honest, with the D4 season or whatever. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but ooh, lightning trap assassin and throw barb, dead nuts tie. So don't forget, check out PC Bros if you are in the market over there for a pre-built PC. Let's see what we could send. How about a Twitch raid to this guy? Always seems fun. That dude Willie D. So we'll send you guys there over to Willie D there on Twitch and YouTube and Twitch both. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I might be working on a video sometime here too. So peace out, fellas. Twitch and YouTube, and don't forget, keep slaying.